All right, so this demonstration is my machine, the squat press. Now, you'd look at it and go, well, that's a leg press. Yes, you could argue that, but the way it's designed with these particular moving barrels here allows for a lot more flexibility and motion in your ankles, therefore allowing for potential greater depth, but also the load is shifted slightly different to a typical leg press. Now, a typical leg press runs on a 45-degree angle up and down. There's no deviation from that. This provides a lot more deviation in terms of mobility with the ankle. So it is very favourable in that regard. So it's called a squat press. Obviously plate loaded from the sides. It does max out at a certain weight, so if you are a big lifter, it may not be for you, but nonetheless, it's a great alternative. Again, not all gyms have them. You'll find that they're in the bigger box gyms that can have multiple leg press variations. Others may not. If you don't have it, that's okay. Just go to a typical leg press and you'll be fine. But it is still on that 45-degree angle, which is very favourable for what we want to achieve. So, getting into it, you want to make sure that you're comfortable. Now, this one doesn't have any adjustment to the back, so being that I'm taller, I've got longer legs, I've still got to jimmy myself in to get underneath the plate to lift it up off the weight. So that's the first thing. Then I'll adjust my feet accordingly to ensure that I've got good contact. I'm not pushing through my toes, I'm pushing through my entire foot, flat-footed. That's my brake, that comes off. So now the weight's all on me. I've got these handles here to lock myself in. Really important that you don't lift your backside out of the seat or you arch or lean or anything. You're nice and controlled, nice and deep, and then back up again. So go to where your limitation lies in terms of mobility. Don't feel you've got to go in really, really deep if your heels are lifting. But at the same time, don't go too shallow where you're just doing these sorts of things. That serves no purpose. I could do 100 of these without breaking a sweat. You want to maximise the range. Use the machine for what it is designed for. When you're done, obviously bring the brake back on and slowly lower the weight. Now, a simple hack to that for someone who might be short and can't get the range is to build up the seat. So I use a couple of yoga blocks. That gets someone up a little bit higher, which then creates a greater range, a greater arc. Alternatively, if you can't do that and you can get the seat up in some other capacity, that is fine as long as you're secure. That's the biggest thing. You don't want to be sitting on something too soft where it's going to potentially move while you're lifting. So the squat press, excellent machine, not commonly used, but if your gym has one, I highly recommend it. It certainly loads up the legs in a different way and you'll get a lot of bang for your buck out of it if done correctly and if you continue to progressive overload like every other exercise that you would be doing. Try it on leg day.